Okay, this property at 4509 West La Villa Lane, I understand, is a townhouse. We show homeowners association, we meaning the people I'm selling it for, HUD, show homeowners association fees at $174 a month, I believe it is.
Okay.
I don't know that if it's gone up or.
Well, we wouldn't know because we're renting.
I know that, but it's $174 a month.
Okay.
We're going to go with that. It may be $174 every 2 months, but I think it's $174 a month. The property is on a first-come basis, meaning if you offer on it, the next business day you will know whether or not they've accepted your offer. For example, if you offer on it before Sunday midnight, which is tomorrow, you will know Monday whether or not they've accepted your offer. The two things required to place an offer on this property, because it is below $50,000, first of all is a pre-qualification letter from a lender. I can handle that for you if you wish. You're free to choose any lender you wish. That's the law. But I have particular lenders that will pre-qualify, and hopefully you use them. And they'll give you other information on payments and all that. But I need the pre-qualification letter from them. And with the quotation of credit score that he gave me as we were walking over here, and assuming that you're in the same category.
She's not in a category, but I can explain that. She hasn't established credit or anything.
Well, we could put it just in his name alone. I mean, as far as the thing, and both names on the deed. Well, however it best work and however the lender would recommend.
Okay.
And if you go along with it. I'm sure you would. I mean, it's not a big deal. The price is the appraised value of this property on a quick sale basis. Now, this is HUD's appraisal. Mm-hmm. When HUD does an appraisal, I'm sure they do what you would do if you were hiring an appraiser. And that is, gee, Mr. Jones, that's the appraiser, I'm pretending. Gee, Mr. Jones, I know that you just told me my property's worth $75,000, but what could I expect in this market today to sell it for? And he says, well, $55,000. Mm-hmm. My judgment, because HUD's prices are sometimes very generous, at least by the facial expressions of the people that paid $100,000 or $200,000 for the same thing, mm-hmm. Is probably low. Mm-hmm. $45,000 is appraised is their quick sale. I'm going to use the word quick sale because I imagine that's approximately what it is, and $45,000 the asking price.
Is that the government version of a short sale, or
no, sir,
not applicable?
That's not applicable. Don't even use the word.
Okay.
Short sale is where you dicker.
And for months, yeah.
This is not a dickering situation. This is an absolute. As I told your husband, and I believe I might have told you, but I don't think so. I don't think you were there at the time. You're not guaranteed, I'm going to use a little analogy, that this knob will not fall off in your hand. Mm-hmm. You're not going to be guaranteed that this window will not crack. You're not guaranteed that this house is as is and where is, but you are guaranteed that the deed is fee simple and marketable. Mm-hmm. And all fees that are owed, if any, on the property will be paid the date of closing. In other words, there's no shenanigans. Mm-hmm. There's no liens on the property that haven't been foreclosed against. Now, it is possible that during the process of foreclosure, there may have been a mistake. That is not your problem. That is HUD's problem. HUD will correct that problem. That HUD being the seller. We don't use HUD and FHA are we're going to use it in a duality here. FHA will be the lending insurer, the lender's insurer, providing you go FHA financing. Again, that's your choice, and it's probably the best deal. And two, the deposit with this offer is $500. Now that I prefer in the form of a money order. That way, when we fill out the paperwork, then you surrender the money order after the paperwork is filled out. And it's not phony paperwork. It explains your rights and responsibilities. Pretending I'm you, I'm going to say, Mr. Hissong, yes. What is our risk in this thing? Well, your risk is nothing, except if you walk away from it. The $500 is fully refundable if somewhere down the line there is, God forbid, an injury, death, hospitalization, or a problem, or a situation, or they find something that you didn't think they'd find, or didn't know that they would find, or didn't even know existed about your credit worthiness. Then they deny it. That denial will get you your $500 refunded because you're using FHA insured financing. You know, when they turn you down, they're turning you down in the name of FHA. And that's, in essence, you know, they're not going to take your money. So your $500 remains in my escrow account until closing. It is applied to whatever the closing costs are that are part of your responsibility to bring to the table. HUD will pay, if you ask them to on the contract, up to 3% of the bidded amount. That's for around $1,300, $1,400. The $500 applies to your side. You're going to need about another, my guess is, about $2,500. That's for homeowners insurance and tax and insurance escrows, or impounds as they're called, and possibly 1 year of FHA insurance. They'll charge you. It may be $3,500, but I'm saying 25 is probably a good number. 2,500 additional dollars plus the 5 that you already have. That's pretty much it. Oh, this particular property comes with what they call a repair escrow. It's a code. In the old days we called them a code 2. In other words, insured with escrow. What it requires is that you repair the plumbing. In other words, there's some plumbing problems in this thing. I don't think they're anything big, but you're welcome to have the property inspected. It's already had a property condition report done on it, and I suspect it's probably some stupid thing like a P-trap or something like that. And repair heating and air conditioning unit. They've allowed $500 for each, so apparently the inspectors that did it for HUD, did the property condition report for HUD, suspected that these were relatively minor things. They added 10% to it, so it's $1,100. 500 and 500 equals 1,000, 10% is 1,100. What about the $1,100? Well, the $1,100 is added to your mortgage. Why is that? Because you have 30 days after closing to address these two problems. Once they're addressed, inspector comes in, you give them a bill for $1,100, and you refund, then your money is refunded. If you give them a bill for $200 because otherwise you've gotten it done and it's $200, then $900 will be applied to your mortgage balance.
Okay.
In other words,
So you get the $1,100 whether you spend it or not on the actual repairs. It's
that's
whatever.
Correct.
Okay, that's the allotted amount
That's
for
correct.
the repairs.
That's
whether you need
affirmative, ma'am.
Okay.
And the lender will walk you right through this. I've done hundreds of these. It's not anything complicated, and it's not anything out of left field. There's nothing hidden. Anything we do is above the table. There is no under the table stuff. There can't be, there won't be. As far as I'm involved in it, I promise you there'll never be. Everything we do and say will be in writing. So it's not a matter of anything else. So.
You can cut it.
Okay.